This was definitely the most difficult physical test I have ever done in my life, but I'm very surprised with the results. What is the Premier League fitness test? As the Premier League is one of the most competitive leagues in the entire world, the players have to perform to the best of their athletic capabilities. And the Premier League fitness test is a test that's done by clubs to analyze the physical capabilities of each and every player. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing all the tests to see how I compare to a Premier League player. Before we get into the actual test, we're going to have a look at some baseline stats. Now, the average resting heart rate for a Premier League player needs to be between 40 and 60 beats per minute. Now, to answer this, I got some data from my Apple Watch, which I wear on a daily basis. Now, over the last year, as you can see on the left graph, my resting heart rate has been between 54 and 61 beats per minute. And on the right graph, you can see my average resting heart rate, which is at 56 beats per minute. Next up is the body fat percentage. Now, to pass the Premier League fitness test, you need to have a body fat percentage between 6 and 10%. Now, the most accurate way to measure your body fat percentage is to use fat calipers. Unfortunately, I do not have those, but I do have this little machine. It's an Omron body fat monitor. Now, to measure your body fat percentage with this device, all you have to do is put in your height, weight, and age and hold it out in front of you for a few seconds. Okay, 17.7%. Let's see if you can see that. It says BMI 26.6, body fat 17.7%. All right, now according to this device, I do have a body fat percentage of 17.7% and a BMI of 26.6, which would mean I'm definitely overweight. Well, I'm pretty sure this machine isn't really accurate, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. All right, now it's time to get into the real tests. Let's go. The first test we're going to be doing is the push-up test. Now, for the Premier League fitness test, you need to be able to do 47 push-ups in a row. So that's what we're going to go for. That's 30. Oh my God. Next up is the plank test. Now, to pass the Premier League fitness test, you need to be able to hold a plank for 120 seconds in a row. Let's see how we do. Oh, this is horrible. I should do these more often, honestly. Oh, that's 2 minutes. Now, we had successfully completed both the plank test and the push-up test. Now it's time to head over to the pitch and see how we would do in the rest of the tests. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go and how my physique matches up to the Premier League fitness test and how I compare and if I would pass it at all. I think I'll do well in the long jump, the static jump, but regarding the long distance running, like the bleep test, honestly, I don't think I'm going to go too well. Personally, I'm more an explosive goalkeeper, so I do like the short sprints and stuff like that. So I think I'll do better in the sprinting and everything, but we'll just have to see how it goes. For the Premier League fitness test, you have to get 40 centimeters or higher, holding your hands on your hips, standing straight, and then jumping up with your legs stretched. So we've got a measuring tape on the wall here. We're gonna see if we can get higher than 40 centimeters. As I am a goalkeeper, I do jump a lot, so I think this should be doable. Let's see what we got. So after giving it a few goes, this was my best attempt. And as you can see here, I got 46 centimeters, so I'm very happy with that. So the next test we have is the long jump, and for the Premier League fitness test to pass, you need to get 2.35 meters. We've got our measuring tape laid out here, and I've put a little Nike tape here on the 2.35 mark. This is how far we need to get. As I said, as a goalkeeper, I think we did well in the static jump. Jumping is my forte, so we need to be able to do this. Let's give it a try. First try.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So the number to beat here was 2.35 meters, and as the blue tape I put down was exactly at 2.35, I think we can safely say I passed this one. Next up, we got the 505 agility test, and this is all about turning speed. So this is how it works. You're going to run to the 10-meter mark, but the timer starts when you pass the first cone. Then you're going to turn as fast as you can, and the timer stops when you pass the same cone again. To pass the Premier League fitness test, we need to be able to do this in 2.2 seconds. Kind of slipped. So we'll give it a few more goes, and in editing we'll see what my speed is. So after giving it a few tries, this was my best attempt. So next up we have the T-test, and this one once again is all about agility and change in direction. So basically what you have to do here is sprint in the direction of a T. All of this within 9.5 seconds to pass the Premier League T-test. So next up we have the full sprint test. We got cones at the 10, 20 and 30 meters, and these are the times we need to beat. Let's see how we do. Last but not least, we have the bleep test, and this is something I've been dreading the whole day. I love the sprint stuff, the explosive stuff, that's things I'm good at as a goalkeeper, the jumping, etc. But the endurance things is just really not my thing. But for the bleep test, the average Premier League player gets a score of 13.9, which is insane. So we'll see how I compare. Let's get it done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stage 1. 1, 1. Stage 3, Stage 4, Stage 5, Stage 6.
I'm no Premier League player. As I said, guys, I'm not an endurance athlete. I like the explosive stuff. That's what I enjoy. This is not for me.